What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Pumaplow. Welcome back to another Plains and Simple map. Really do appreciate you guys clicking on the video. How's it going? And welcome. And today, guys, is harvest time in this little town. We're gonna pay. I don't know the words to that song. Can you tell? By the way, Field 1. Just a little note here. Field 1 is massive. Okay, Field 1 is massive, ridiculously big. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. It's huge. It is such a big field. It's ridiculous how big of a field it actually is. Just saying. It is huge. So we are going to set up our courseplay stuff out here on Field 1, of course. And then we'll move over to the other field in a minute. Basically. In a minute. Okay, I was looking at something on the other monitor. Sorry. Alright, so, yeah. Basically, we have to run all our courses, get everything set up right. And I should save all of these. Realistically, I should save my truck course for Field 1. I should save my truck course for Field 5. I haven't done that yet, so anytime I quit and come back into the map, I kind of have to do it all again. I went through this on Rattlesnake too, where I just didn't save them. I need to start saving them. You know, I really do. I really do. It just makes life so much easier if you save your courses and go from there. So there's that. I believe I actually reverted back to a previous version of Courseplay. I had a newer one, and I could not get along with it. I've honestly been having a lot of PC problems lately, so if you notice some of these don't look as good here very soon, well, having some PC problems. If you guys watch streams, you know what I'm talking about already, so there's that. And I believe I forgot that, I forgot I needed to put the pause point in. Yeah, there's that. So I'm a Courseplay noob again because I don't use I don't use auger wagons on Rattlesnake with Courseplay. I do the auger wagons myself on Rattlesnake. So that's why I didn't put the pause point in. I will figure that out in this video. I do believe I recorded this like 3 weeks ago, so I'm not totally sure, but pretty sure I figured it out, but you never know. So basically, Courseplay noob here yet again. You guys know you don't come to me to learn how to use Courseplay. Just saying. At least you shouldn't. I believe I actually YouTubed it somewhere along the line, like how to actually use it. Just saying. I believe I did, but I could be wrong. So yeah, we're gonna run this guy over to Field 4. Field 4 is actually not that bad. Not too bad at all. Field 1 is just massive. Just ridiculously big. That's all there is to it. It's crazy. So we're going to go ahead and set this course up as well. If I can remember how to do it here. I am getting better. It takes me a minute sometimes. That's all. Just takes me a minute, you know. It's all good. It's all good. It's definitely a newer, not new, but newer part of the game that I need to, finish sorting out, basically. So we're getting it. We're getting it. But that's the theory of this map. I'm not going to hire a worker. I really don't plan on doing much work myself on this map. I mean, of course, if I have to do something, I, roll the sleeves up, let's get her done. But I don't plan on doing too much work actually myself on this map. So there is that. Maybe it was between episodes I YouTubed it. I don't remember. I know I YouTubed it somewhere along the line, found somebody's video, and I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. Is what I basically thought. Like, oh, I just messed that up entirely. But hey, it's all good, right? So like right here, yeah, I'm running it manually. That way there's a little grain in the auger wagon to, dump in the truck, set Courseplay up, make sure everything's working good. That's the only reason I'm just running that manually there for a second. Some of the hauling the fertilizer and the fuel away from the biogas plant, I am still doing that manually, which you guys will see next video, I believe. But I could Courseplay all that too. It's just like how much do I really want to Courseplay? All of it, clearly. So right there again, I did not put a pause point to empty an auger wagon. You need a pause point. Yeah, my bad. This is watch. He's going to go hit his loop here and just drive past. He will actually drive past if he's not full or if he's not over his certain threshold or whatever it is, you know, his certain percent. If he has less than that, he'll just drive past anyway. So it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. But we'll see the derp here. I mean, just the constant derp of your boy is disgusting. But that's another story, right? That is another story for another day. By the way, I really like doing the reason he messed up there was the auger wagon was totally bullying him. But I really like going around the field a couple times first. I think it looks better. It's more realistic to like where I live anyway. You would harvest your end rows out first, obviously, so you don't run them over when you turn. Yeah, Courseplay misses a little bit here and there. But, oh, look, see, he just drove past. He's like, nope, not doing it. Not doing it. And so then I'm like, what did I do wrong? I don't have a pause point. That's my problem. John, you're an idiot. I'll say it so you guys don't have to in the comments. Pick it up, John. So then I just emptied it manually. It's like, I'll just empty it, get the truck rolling. You know, just saying. But yeah, as far as field work goes, we're going to try to do as little as possible manually. I don't want to do much at all. And then I realized I'm like, I'm a derp. I need the truck to set up the course. So I must have realized, or I must have Googled or something during recording this video. Because if you notice, I'm setting this course up again. I'll, you know, hey, look, I put a pause point in. How convenient. Good job, John. Pulled your head out of your bum. And then just stop it there. It doesn't have to connect. It doesn't have to go back to the beginning. I kind of thought it did, but it does not have to do that. So here we go. Watch. He's going to empty the combine. And he's going to go empty himself. And it's going to work. And it's going to be magic. And I'm going to be a proud papa. Because I figured it out, boys. The way his courses worked on Courseplay the combine, that's why he's taking a half a pass there. After that, he'll start taking a full pass going back and forth. They work all that out, like all the math of the field. They know how big the field is, and they work it all out. It's awesome. Courseplay is a fantastic mod that, you know, obviously with this series I will be using a lot of. I'm actually excited to use it to sell. I'm excited for a couple different things to use Courseplay still. So look, pause point. It worked. Dun, dun, dun. I totally forgot, you know. Like I said, it's been a while since I've set up a auger wagon on Courseplay. And then I'm like, hey, back to the field one guy. Let's empty the combine again because we need grain in the thing. It works better to set it up. Actually, the video I was watching, I forget who it was by, but he was saying that you really want to set your auger wagon up first, then bring your truck to it. That is actually a good idea. I do mine the other way, but I should probably start setting up the auger wagon course first, then bring the truck to it. So it's at the pause point, basically, waiting for a truck, bring the truck to it, and then set up the course from there. Probably a lot better idea, a lot better way to go at it, to do it that way. Just saying. It most likely is a better way. So there is that. All right, so we're going to pull up here again. I don't care for how these auger wagons actually look when they're, you know, like the chute to me needs the whole arm needs to be down, the whole auger, and then put the chute down a little bit so the grain's falling instead of shooting out to the side like this. It just looks so ridiculous to me, but that's another story for another day as well. You know, farm sim physics at their finest, right? Here we are at the fertilizer. This is the liquid fertilizer we've made with all the grass here at the biogas plant with the digestate. You turn it into liquid fertilizer, fuel, and solid fertilizer. And I can definitely Courseplay this, and I might in the future. But for right now, I was going to go ahead and run some loads manually back to the homestead. And realistically, once we get a supply built up, we don't need to make any more. Unless we want to sell it. We could do that. We could make it just literally to sell. But for right now, I want to fill the seed makers with it because I want to make all of our own seed. We're making all of our own seed, fertilizer, and fuel on this map. We'll be doing all of that. So we're going to take some wheat here from the main homestead. Thought I just heard like a person. I'm out here in my garage, by the way, so if things sound a little bit different, that's what's going on here. But we want to take some wheat from the homestead here. A, we're harvesting wheat in the field, so we have plenty of wheat. But B, we want to go ahead and take wheat and use it to make seed. My bad. Seed. So there's that. There's definitely that. We want to make all of our own stuff, save a bunch of money. And, you know, Mr. Stevie was kind enough to give us that crone, so we might as well take full advantage of it and just cut grass and sell it, make digestate. A, you're making money off the grass. B, you're saving money because you're not buying seed, fertilizer, and fuel. Or, wait, you're not buying fertilizer, fuel, or seed, technically, at the end of the process. So we might as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, we might as well go through the steps and make the stuff. Because he gives it to you. He gives you the crone. Use the crone. Obviously, I'm not doing animals yet on this map. I kind of have a thing about animals. I don't know. I went back and forth with myself a lot. Like, do I actually want animals on this map or not? And I think what I'm going to do is, yes, we will do animals on this map, but later. We want to be able to efficiently, effectively get into animals when we want to get into animals. And I'm talking 500 animals plus everything. Already have food for them. Like, go big into it right away. Otherwise, it's just not kind of worth it to me in a way. So there's that. So you guys noticed I took the whatever seed was in there because he actually gives you some seed already in there I did not know about when I started. That's why I bought seed, but it's okay. Put it up in the seed storage up north in that shed. There's seed, fertilizer, seed, liquid fertilizer, and solid fertilizer up there. And we'll be stocking those up big time because the homestead is a very central place on the map, and we might as well store it all here at the homestead. And what we'll have to do eventually, because I don't know if they can, I don't remember back to when they were seeding, but I think the seeders ran out of seed in the field, if I recall. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to set up a course where they can come in the homestead, get seed, go back out to the field, and keep going, which is a thing you can do instead of having to manually intervene and like, nope, okay, let's go get seed. No, we don't want to do that. So you guys probably can't tell. I was a little fast. What I need to do is start, like when I look at a panel on the side of a building, just stand there for like a good amount of time, because we are fast timing these episodes down from from an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes or so, roughly down to about 20 minutes. So because we're doing that, if I stand there and look at it for enough time while I'm recording, which might only be 30 seconds or less, by the time I speed the video up, you guys can't see anything. So that it's a learning process, recording and editing videos like this. It definitely is a little different. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's awesome. It's fun. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm having a blast making this series. I'm really enjoying this map. I know it's plain, it's simple, but you know what? It reminds me of, in a weird way, it reminds me of Westbridge Hills. And I really, really, really like the map Westbridge Hills. So this kind of reminds me of Westbridge Hills in a good way. And I just like it. I like it a lot. It's very reminiscent of the Westbridge, but it has the cool, you know, the biogas plant with the digestate and the other stuff. You know, it has the other stuff too. Seed makers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has the stuff to make it better. So I enjoy it quite a bit. And if I'm not mistaken here, I actually got up and walked away from my computer while I was recording this part. That's why I'm just riding with the combine. Some of these videos are simply just going to be riding with equipment while it works, because if there's nothing else to do on the map and say harvest or planting is what's being done, you guys are going to see it. And that's why we're fast timing, because, you know, when you get into these maps where it's just like big fields, let's say, because this is map has the big fields. It's a regular size map as far as the actual footprint of the whole map, but it has giant fields. So what you run into then is like hours of planting and hours of harvesting in a row before you're done. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I turned the speed up on these quad tracks a little bit in the field to run back and forth faster, because they're limited by course play. They're not limited by the quad track. So we might as well turn them up a little bit and make life a little better. Get to that combine faster so he can empty and get going faster. You know what I'm saying? Get the harvest done faster. Because that is definitely an issue with course play driver. Why am I running this? I don't even know. I'm not sure why I'm running this. I told it to run manually. I guess just to show you guys each step maybe along the way. That's what I was going for. Because we sat in the combine for a while. We sat in the auger wagon. Now we're in the truck. Just showing you guys how it all works, I guess, is what I was going for. I'm not totally sure, actually. So there's that. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And actually, like with this truck course, you could get by harvesting, say, a couple fields with this same truck course. Just have your auger wagon go a little bit farther. I wouldn't go too crazy with the auger wagon, because then your combine, that's just that much more time he's away from your combine, if you know what I'm saying. You want the auger wagon to be as close to as possible to your combine at all times to keep him moving, especially since we're using stock combines and stock auger wagons and stock trucks. You gotta kind of keep that cycle going in a timely fashion. You know, if I was using the 60,000 liter combines, either with the fast or the slow head, especially with the slow head, if I had the slow header on where it only goes to 6 miles an hour instead of 12, the auger wagon could empty 2 combines and keep up, most likely, because they'd be going so slow. And because they have such a capacity, it would probably work. But because I'm using stock heads, stock auger wagons, stock everything, there's that. That we need to keep moving. You know, this 12,000 whatever it is here, that fills up real fast on wheat when you're out in these fields, just saying. The good thing is with course play, they wait a second, they back up, and then they go. I'd like that about course play. It empties on the go. It doesn't sit back and wait and wait and wait and wait till you're empty. Oh, okay, I guess I'll go then. No, he empties on the go. He rolls. He moves. It is so much better, just saying. It is so much better than just hiring the worker. And yeah, awesome. Just awesome to me. Actually, I wonder if you could set up, yeah, you could set this up. Set up a course with a combine. Okay, to harvest the field, right? But every time he needed to be emptied, he had to drive to a truck. How painful would that be? But I guess if you were starting out and you wanted to use course play and you didn't have money for an auger wagon, and you didn't, and maybe you're like me and you didn't want to take a truck, quote, in the field. Say you had a semi-truck, but you didn't want to take him in the field, you could totally do that. That would be painfully slow, but you could do that. You could do that. You could totally do that and just walk away. Just like, I'll be back later. have fun harvesting. I'll be back in 3 days. Just saying. That would be kind of brutally slow. It really would be. But yeah, we definitely need to get, A, I need to save all my courses. B, I need to, on the seeder courses, make them go into the homestead, refill with seed. Definitely need to figure that out, because I think that's going to be really cool. Not so much for Field 4, I don't think it's an issue, but here in Field 1, because this field is massive. This Field 1 is absolutely massive. Here, I'm playing with the numbers, trying to get him to go a little sooner to the combine, if you know what I'm saying. Is like, he has to drive all the way across the field to get to the combine. So it's like, if we could speed this process up a little bit, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? By the end, I think I got it working pretty good, where he would kind of be there before the combine needed him, you know, keep the combine moving. That's another reason this field seems so big. See, I just sped him all the way up 26 miles an hour as fast as he can go now. Limited by the tractor now. But another reason this field seems so big is because it's kind of long. It's far from the homestead. And of course, he always fills up down here on this end. Of course. So for that auger wagon to run all the way down here, turn around, and then get with him is the thing. But there's that. Okay, well, it looks like we got something done on course play. What was that? I can't... In my preview, I can't quite see that kind of stuff. Okay, this other combine's done in Field 4. Because I do these voiceovers in my editing program, it's kind of a small window, realistically. So some of the like text on the screen, I'm like, I have no idea what that says. Just saying. Not a clue. So I believe I called... No, not yet. Here, I just called the auger wagon to me. That's another thing I learned in the video I watched. I didn't realize as a combine you can go into your controls in Courseplay, call the combine, tell him to go empty. Like, you can do all that stuff. So technically, if you wanted to, you could manually run combine with a truck and an auger wagon on Courseplay and call him to you when you need him and send him away. You know, if you're about to turn around, send him away. Like, that kind of stuff. You could totally do that, like manual harvest, but Courseplay the rest of it. It's kind of cool the way it all works out. Here we are trying to get this thing emptied, and I didn't realize because it's not over its threshold of being, quote, full, the pause point doesn't work. It wants to go fill up first. So there's that. So that side's empty. That side's done. I'm done with this video. We'll come back, continue the harvest next time. Make sure you guys hit that like button for more. Subscribe if you have not already done so. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and toodles.